Fuck! We got to talk about Cosby. Last night on Showtime, the 4-part documentary aired. We got to talk about Cosby. Directed by Kamau Bell. Let's first focus on the director. Brother was born in the 70s, black man, comedian, idolized Bill Cosby. So for him to direct this documentary was complicated, to say the least. He sat down with individuals, asked important questions, and had real conversation about one of our black heroes. Myself, 70s, black, idolized Bill. I grew up on the Cosby Kids. Wasn't a big fan of his stand-up, a little dry humor for me. I'm more into the raunchy stuff, but still. Great movies from the 70s with Sidney Poitier. In the 80s, the hit TV show, The Cosbys. I mean, because of him, I wanted to find me a wife that looked like Claire Huxtable. Light skin, long hair, no makeup, fine, smart, professional, stern, sexy, great mother. Whew. When you're black in this country, you have very few heroes to look up to that look like you. Bill was one of them. And when all this stuff came out, it hurt to the core. You don't want to believe it, but that's our demise. When we idolize somebody, we put them on a pedestal, and they can never do no wrong in our eyes, and there lies the problem. These people are imperfect. They are sinners by nature, and some people are just not good people, though may be talented. And that's why things go astray when we have heroship. We idolize somebody. But man, the people in this documentary broke it down to the last follicle with some real black science. For Bill to do this for so long to so many people, he had help. He had support. People knew what he was doing. He had women lined up side of his dressing room. For what? Autographs? Man, please. When you have that kind of power, it's impossible to police yourself unless you're Mr. Rogers. Myself dealt with the same thing when I was hosting an open mic here in Sacramento once a month. Man, big man on campus, king of Sacramento, doing big things in the poetry, in the book industry. Beautiful women lined outside your door, wanting to meet you for all types of reasons. And if you can't police yourself, you're going down a rabbit hole that you won't get out. And it'll get you in trouble, end up in jail. It wasn't easy, but hey, I stayed strong. One of my good friends, Dan, white boy, lives in Canada now. Yeah, I published this book. We did some shows together back in the day, poetry and short stories for kids and stuff. And he told me something one day when I was at breakfast and coffee. He said, man, Tajaya, I got to tell you something, man. You are a powerful man. You're really smart. And thank God you're not a minister. I'm like, what's that supposed to mean? Because, dude, you have influence. And I'm glad you use your influence for good and not bad. Because you was a minister, you will have a flock of people following you to the depths of hell or heaven, which you choose. Scared the shit out of me. I never want that kind of power. Because it's hard to police yourself. And Bill, he had all the power. one of the most powerful men in entertainment. He didn't have to do the things he did to get women. They wanted him because he was funny. One thing about being a comedian and being funny, you can be ugly as all to be damned. But if you have the power to make people laugh, man, it's infectious. It's one of the strongest drugs out there. And Bill abused it. It's hard to talk about this, man. But it's a real conversation that we got to have amongst ourselves. This documentary broke it down, man. All of these people found it difficult to talk about it. Now, some of these women were like, shoot. I knew exactly what he was doing, and he got exactly what he just deserved. It's about time. He's been doing this to women for years. His wife, she knew about it. Camille, come on. Sleeping with the enemy. R. Kelly, Bill. Bill's out of prison for a technicality. He's lucky he's a free man. He hurt and harmed a lot of women. You can never look at him the same. They say separate the person from the art. Man, that's impossible. I'm glad I'm a retired DJ because I could not play R. Kelly's music in good faith at a club or at a function, you know? Every wedding I played Step in the Name of Love. I couldn't do that now. Bill, when I watch the Cosby Show, I look at it different. They emphasized the episode where he made this special barbecue sauce that made people horny. The way they slowed it down and zoomed in on his face like he's whispering to Claire, man, it is uncomfortable to watch. I was watching Double Toasted. They were doing a movie roast on one of his old films, Ghost Dad. And they zoomed in when he's saying weird things to women and his face expressions. You could never look at Bill again like that as an innocent man. Yo, watch this documentary, man. Especially if you're a fan of Bill Cosby, because it gives some perspective. My grandparents, my parents, my siblings, myself, Bill was important to us. And unfortunately, he let us down. All my life, Bill has been in there in a positive way. The last few years, not so much. But myself, I had to grow up as an individual and separate fandom, heroship, and worship for another human. God says, do not idolize other men. Maybe we should listen to the Bible. This is a tough one, man. It's a real discussion that needs to be had, and that's what happens when they idolize human beings. Eventually, they'll let you down.